Let's just rock the jizzo. Okay? Let's just rock the jizzo. Let's just do it, man. Let's just rock that jizzo. Let's just rock that jizzo. Okay? Let's just rock that jizzo. Okay? Let's just rock that jizzo. Yeah. Let's kick it. 1.5 inches of rain last night. Great day today. I got pulled over for speeding though. And I just said, "Hey, I'm the chosen one." He said, "Okay, you can go." I said, "Yeah, appreciate it." I was just heading down that highway, you know what I'm saying? I was just kicking it. I was returning to my home base. You know what I mean? I just said, I called Mark Crocker. "Hey, Steamy, how you doing?" "Yeah, I don't doubt that. You're probably at a family reunion, aren't you?" "Yeah, that makes sense. You and all your hick relatives." "Yeah, good for you. Good for you. I feel proud of you that you're that fucking ignorant." Yeah, man, I'm just straightening people out in Athens, Georgia today, putting things to them. Come on, all you liberal pussies out there that sit back, don't have enough balls to comment. I'm going to tell you the truth. Yeah, just be kicking. I just took out a bunch of brush. Man, I had a laptop on my in my cart on Amazon, and I was just getting ready to order it, and the motherfucker went up $1,000 overnight. Get out of here, Maddie, you fucking weirdo. Grow up. You're an adult. Stupid loser. Here goes a turboprop flying over. He's just kicking it. I'm not answering any stupid questions. Get out of here, you foreign idiot. Yeah, I scored on some albums today. Just rocking, you know what I mean? Yeah, shit, yeah, I did a rock, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Hey, Jamie, so I want to tell you what happened today. So first of all, yeah, it is peaceful here. So anyway, I go to that Donald Trump rally yesterday. I knew what to expect. And I tell you guys this all the time. You're never going to catch me any bullshit. Uh, you can not like me, but you're going to be sure why you don't, because there's never going to be any like back thing. But here's the point here. You know what I mean? So I go to that Donald thing, and honestly, I give the people that attended that credit, because really, I'm really there's really no place for violence at a demonstration. It just shows the ignorance of people, and it's really uncalled for, and it's super unfortunate what happened to that politician in Minnesota, those people that were shot. I mean, it's no, I don't care what political party, what reason. No, not at all. I don't agree with it. I don't condone that. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. And to see that demonstration with that many people in Athens, and people just speak their differences. Although there weren't many Trump supporters, at least that verbalized it. If they'd called me out and said, "Hey, there's that guy from YouTube, that fucking chosen one. Didn't you vote for Trump?" I'd have told him, "Yeah, fuck it." It's just the way I would do it. So anyway, today I'm in Athens, Georgia, at a record store, and I'm looking around, and I go to all the record stores in Athens, and I love Athens. And as I've said a million times, they're oh, my condolences. As I've said a million times, uh, I love liberal college towns, and but I don't like their ideology when it comes to politics. It's never been a problem. I spent a ton of time in Madison, Wisconsin, University of Wisconsin, and particularly in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Never had an issue. And honestly, personally, I'm not religious. I'm not a Christian. I don't care about the transgender stuff. And honestly, if you had a crystal ball before you deport anyone, if you knew they weren't criminals, you probably wouldn't deport them. But minus a crystal ball, and the fact that so many military veterans and so many people in the United States that worked their whole life can't get adequate benefits in medical care, to see a bunch of people that shouldn't be here get these benefits pisses me the fuck off. They shouldn't be here. That's the issue. If everybody was taken care of in the United States that lived here, that grew up here, I wouldn't have a problem with this, but they're not. So when I see a bunch of people that shouldn't be here get better treatment and benefits that people that grew up here, it pisses me off, and I'm all for kicking them all out. But honestly, myself included, I don't know of anybody that had a problem with any hardworking, non-criminal, illegal immigrants. It's the guy that like murdered the girl jogging last year in Athens, and a host of other examples in the United States. And to tell you the truth, there's if we have all sorts of people that are born here that should be deported. I think Chris and Debbie should be fucking deported. They're two people that could work, that have sucked off the system their whole fucking life. He claims he's got an impulse disorder. And I fucking asked him straight out the other day in an email exchange. I bet you didn't have that fucking impulse disorder when it came to eating Debbie's pussy. That shut him the fuck up. Yeah, yeah. How you going to answer that? Yeah, so if I got to dip low like that, I'll do it. And it's the fucking truth. Where's the damn impulse disorder that you get disability for when it comes to going down on Debbie? Yeah, you don't do it at all. You tamed that shit then, didn't you? So anyway, back to the story. They should be deported, but we can't deport them because the motherfuckers were born here. But for all these people that weren't born here, get the fuck out of here. Apply and come in the normal way. I don't want to hear from you. So anyway, I'm at the record store, right? And I'm looking around at these fucking records. And this guy is, hey, Jeannie, this guy is obviously a typical resident of Athens. Painted nails, uh, girly clothes. I don't give a fuck. And we were having a great conversation about, me letting people use my fucking bird calls and shit for people with cancer and old folks home and people that can't sleep. I'm fine with it, man. As a matter of fact, for quite a while now, I'm just nuts when it comes to certain shit like this. And I just like doing it. And, I've never really done anything for views, subscribers, none of that fucking shit, which why I talk the shit that I do. So if people want to use my content and have fun with it, go ahead, man. I mean, there's nothing I do that a monkey couldn't do. I fuck around, I push the on button, I record it, I upload it. That's it. There's no talent, okay? So anyway, I'm talking to this guy, and then about a half-hour conversation. We're having a pretty good conversation, and I said this. I said, well, I want to let you know, I voted for Trump. And I'm not shitting you. The minute that I said that, I thought this fucker was going to pass out. Kind of swallowed hard, got white in the face, and got really fucking quiet. Now, I had already said earlier I didn't care about trans shit. I just didn't want to pay for it. I didn't care about gay shit. Could care less. And I tried to explain to him how capitalism is what got us here. That you just can't like work $10 an hour jobs and have paved roads and an infrastructure and just stick flowers in gun barrels. That you need a big military and you need business. You need fucking jobs. Okay? Well, a couple customers came in, and I don't think it's proper to be talking with somebody in a store about shit that they may get offended about. And after all, I'm in Athens, Georgia, so I shut the fuck up. Hey, Mark. So I ended up picking out some classical music. And as I was paying this guy, I said to him, hey, some customers came in. I just didn't feel it was uh, appropriate to keep talking about what we were talking about. And maybe we'll continue this conversation later on. He said, I don't think so. Well, you know what that meant. Once I told him I had voted for Trump, that was it. And the irony of this whole thing is I went and got something to eat. Uh, and when I was walking by, I just happened to see him outside going between buildings. There's a discounted uh, section, and then there's a section that's higher priced. And he was going between the two, and he saw me, and he looked down, and I said, "Have a nice day," and he said, "Fucking nothing." Now, look, there are probably people that feel that way about me. Jennifer, who's been on here forever, comes on here occasionally, and I wouldn't call it criticism, but she'll say things to me like, well, there's a lot of people that love you on here. You hurt their feelings. Well, let me tell you this. You shouldn't fucking love me on here. First of all, that just reeks nut job. I'm a guy that has certain hobbies, that uploads videos. That's fucking it. We don't have any relationship outside of that. I don't hang around with you. You don't hang around with me. I'm not trying to get in your pants. I'm not borrowing money. So if I hurt your feelings because I don't want to have anything to do with you any longer because you're a bleeding liberal, that's my fucking business. So the point here is, and there have been people that have dropped off that I liked actually, that I don't hear from anymore. And I know why. And that is mission accomplished. Because, I'm me. And I'm sure I offended them in some kind of way. And just like I do to people, they decided, I just don't want to fuck with this Tom Reed guy. Fine, that's your call. And this guy today, that is certainly within his rights. And and that's fine. But I will tell you this. If I go in there again and this motherfucker's rude to me, I'm going to talk to his boss about it. You don't have to even chit chat, none of that stuff. But if you're rude to me because of a civil conversation, because you didn't agree with who I voted for when I'm shopping in a place where you're getting paid to wait on me, they're going to hear about it. And if the owner of the store has a problem with that, then I'll shop someplace else. I can get everything that I buy there online anyway cheaper. So the point is, another thing I wanted to talk about too is as I said before, obviously if I hated everything liberals did, I'd never go to Athens, Georgia. I'd have never spent time in Ann Arbor, Madison, Wisconsin. I don't. They're not all bad. But when you are planning on voting for someone like Harris and you voted for Biden in the past, I don't want to have a fucking thing to do with you. Now, if I had to work with your fucking dumbass, or you were my neighbor, I may nod, and if you asked me, I'm going to fucking tell you how I feel. Because you're not going to have to worry with me about hearing some bullshit through the grapevine, or me backstabbing your ass, or telling somebody something that I didn't tell you to your face. It's just the way I handle things. Black and white. That's what I liked about aviation. Checklists. Either you do it or you don't. It's none of this vague interpretation bullshit, gray area stuff, which I hate. I spell it fucking all out. So there's a line in the sand now, and I do this a lot. Early on, people think that First of all, I never really gave a flying fuck about a YouTube channel. Hey, Stephanie. I was just fucking around, uh, saw prostitutes. Believe me, I would have never named my channel Chosen One. It's a fucking pain in the ass. I mean, it's kind of good in a way because it shows me how many stupid people are out there when they say to me, "Oh, you think you're the chosen one." It's like, hey, dumb fuck. It's WON. Got it? Has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with religion. It's WON, dumb motherfucker. So I should be grateful for that part and that it right away lets me know whether I'm talking to a fucking moron or not. But I would have done it. So anyway, if you know, I've never said like, share, subscribe. Fuck you. So I never really cared about it. You know what I mean? And besides, channels like mine are on the way down. They don't want guys like me anymore. I fully expect someday I'm just going to go on and your channel has been deleted. No, I agree. I agree, Jeannie. That's exactly right. I agree. But I'm telling you, I mean, you can disagree, and I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to be straight about this too. If I disagree with something you love, I will tell you this, man. After my whole lifetime of trying to tame this fucking rage down, when some shit like that happens to me, my first reaction is to fuck with you. And I've come a long way. I don't know whether that was like a lower middle class upbringing, just kind of a hostile attitude, type A personality. But that kind of like releases some dopamine and endorphins. And I just want to fuck with you. But I've learned over the years that that is not a cool thing to do. I catch myself doing stupid shit occasionally, and I realize it, and I promise myself I'm not going to do that again. Let me give you a couple more examples. About 6 months ago, I was with somebody somewhere, and we were talking about music. And they said, well, I like this country star so and so. And I just went on to talk about country. All it is stupid love songs. I wouldn't walk across the street to see a country music concert. And I thought about that on the way home, and it was just rude because I was talking to a nice person about that, and I just slaughtered fucking country music. That's my biased, subjective opinion. And now, when it comes up, I'll just say I don't really care for country. It's a more intelligent, appropriate, etiquette oriented response. Here's another example I'll give you today. If I see a 7-year old cute little girl with her parents, and she's on her tricycle and they're walking by me or she's riding by me, and I say, hey, she's really a pretty little girl. Nobody thinks a fucking thing about it. But I know at this age now, and honestly, this pops into my mind. And when I was 25 years old or 30 and I saw good looking women, I thought to myself, wow, she is really attractive. That was the fucking end of it. But it seems as I've gotten older, my fucking dumb old perverted ass wants to tell them that they're very pretty. And that just does not fly when you get my age. So I just decided quite a while ago to shut the fuck up about it. And I'll give an example. I was in Barnes and Noble yesterday up in Athens, and I was talking to this guy about books that are published by Princeton, hard academic books. Like if you were going to do something on, let's say, Japanese water snails. Well, you can get books like that from them. That kind of weird shit interests me. And if it wasn't for liberal academic institutions, books like that would never be published because they're never going to sell enough to cover their costs. But they do have endowments and they do have donations, and that's what allows that stuff to continue. And I like that about those places. And I'm talking to this guy about this, and this good looking blonde is standing next to us, about 20, with like the most perfect legs I've ever seen in my life. And she's kind of smiling at me, not like sexually, as I'm talking to him, and she's kind of nodding her head, agreeing about what I'm talking to him about. He ends up going to pay, and like we're standing next together, and she asked me a couple more questions about places where I buy books. And it popped into my mind 2 or 3 times to compliment her on what a attractive woman she was, but I just don't. Because I think at this age, she knows she's an attractive woman, and it takes away a good dialogue, and I got to check myself on it. And when I ask older guys about that, there's something that goes on in your fucking brain that didn't occur earlier, and both involved making compliments that you wouldn't have considered doing when you were younger. It's fucking weird. I can't explain it. But what I do is I don't do it because I just think it seems fucking creepy. If you're complimenting somebody from 16 to 25 at my age about how cute they are, it just screams creeper. It's something like Chris would do, which is why they've been asked to move from several apartment complexes because he had so many complaints from him giving the women the creeps that they either were going to evict him or they could just leave voluntarily. Yeah, it's just weird. And it's funny because, I'll discuss things with other guys that I know, and they agree with me. They just somewhere along the way as they got older, you want to say, oh, God, you're really an attractive one. It's just, what the fuck, man? Why are you thinking this shit? And not in a perverted way. It's just, it's not necessary. But why it even like crops into my mind, I don't know. You're being nice. Yeah, compliment's not really inappropriate, but I just think it's the worst timing in the world. You know what I mean? So instead of her and I having a nice conversation and her walking away, uh, thinking, God, what a fucking lech. She walked away and thinking, oh, that was a nice conversation with that older man. Yeah, hey, Sunnyside, how you doing? Well, I don't know if it's politically correct, but I don't think that really fits in this kind of conversation. I don't think it has anything to do with being politically correct. I mean, what's wrong with giving someone a compliment? I just think that an older guy making a compliment to a pretty young girl is in a category of its own, and I don't do it. I'll say something when I get home to Marty. I did say something home to Marty. I said, you wouldn't have believed this blonde that I saw today. And let me tell you, when I'm up in Athens, I just see, I mean, it's not uncommon for me to see like 100 women that are just like crazy beautiful. And this is a part of your brain that happens when you're getting older that I just find so many goddamn women. I mean, I look at them like a piece of art. They're so like beautiful. And part of it could be that I compare it to the women that I have a chance of dating now. The ones with leather skin, cellulite, varicose veins, beards and mustaches, and hair that you're afraid you're going to cut your hand on. No, yeah, no, I agree, which is why I just stay away from that conversation. Yeah, yep, that's exactly right. Yeah, 3 tits. Thank you. Mark's in the same category too. So I just don't fucking do it, man. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it could get much narrower, John. And that's another thing, honestly, if you ask me, I'm just straight out of the chute disappointed in the way that I think about older women. I'm not kidding you, man. And to put it in perspective, and I always try and give an example when I tell you something. Let me put it to you this way. So, I was kind of dating somebody up in Michigan a little bit. Translation, she'd blow me when I got there, and I didn't have to screw her. And it was like barely interested to the beginning. You know what I mean? Just really wasn't that fucking. She got shitty with me one day on the phone, and she pissed me off, and I chewed her fucking ass out. And of course, we don't talk anymore, which I'm fucking fine with. But you learn things about yourself, right? Nothing is as it seems until you experience it. That's why when people get divorced, if you don't live with somebody, you don't have the faintest fucking idea what they're like. But back to the story at hand. So I was actually kind of missed talking to somebody at night before I went to bed. Well, we would talk 10, 15 minutes. Fucking bitch was hard to get off the phone too. You could say goodbye 25 fucking times. And that's what pissed me off about her. I called her one day and she says to me, I fucking hardly ever call her. She's in a pissy mood. She said, I need space. It's like, fuck you. Space. I think I've called you twice other than an arranged calling, like since I've known you in fucking 13 years, like 3 times. That's what got the whole ball rolling. But I didn't give a fuck anyway. But I get disappointed that I'm not, that I think this way, the way that I think about older women. So anyway, I joined this dating thing, and one night, I looked through women my age, and I scrolled through 1,357 women my age and 15 years younger, and I wouldn't let one of them blow me. Yeah. So, welcome to my dating world. And it just got worse after that. So, when people like Jennifer make comments, I get some of these old tales of the crip women that they think they're going to come on. There's nobody who's watched more porn than me. I've been in every goddamn strip club, fucking massage parlor, escort, fucking dirty magazine, peep show, fucking threesome. You fucking name. I mean, I have rung the fucking top bell so many goddamn times. So, but on YouTube, if you're just a person that's coming on here fucking around and you're watching videos and stuff like that, and you're going to see my old ass on there, and you're going to think, look at this old lonely motherfucker. I bet he'd really like some companionship. And really, I've had, since I've been on YouTube, probably 25 older women. Look, I'm not fucking stupid, right? And I'm already thinking, like, it ain't fucking happened. So, back to the original conversation. Just like the guy today, just like the other people that I talk to that I'm upfront about, I fucking put it out there. You're going to say, well, you talk so much shit. I mean, this is going to be, work against you. It doesn't work against me. You know why? Because when I talk like this, these women that did or would think that I'm just an old lonely man that is anxious for female companionship, they get loud and clear. This motherfucker is not interested. Because I'm not. I've said all along, you're not going to set me up or catfish me ever. I got way too much experience. And honestly, at this age, fucking nothing really interests me that much. I've said a million times that good things coming down the road are exciting. For me, there are none, at least sexually. I wish there were. I mean, I'd love to have two blue-eyed, blonde, 20-year-old Scandinavian twins come up right here on this front porch right now and blow me. I'd even pay for it. But that's probably not going to happen. You know what I mean? Probably not going to happen. So, and I'm fine with it because there's nothing I'm going to fucking do about it. And honestly, I mean, they say my damn testosterone and all that shit is where it should be. But I just don't really give a fuck about it too much. So I'm burning the candles at all ends now. Too experienced. Don't want anything for anybody. Head these old broads off at the pass and have no young fuck buddies like I did in Michigan. Thus, I watch birds, I go out to eat, and I do YouTube lives. I mean, I got an idea my fucking, sex life is fucking done. Which I'm okay with. You know what I mean? Like, there's still a flicker of hope. Hey, Angie, how you doing? But it's goddamn near dead. But this makes sense. I mean, I'm not complaining. You know what I mean? I have these old fucking bags down here. Oh, Tobias. Thank you. You didn't need to do that, man. Oh, can I send it back to you? I appreciate it. Yeah, block those motherfuckers. Get rid of these motherfuckers. You lazy fucking moderators. Can't you see? No, it's not always a real thing. Yeah, it's not, but no, eye candy. You got to be attracted to them. Yeah, you got to be attracted to them. No, eye candy. It's not. See, you're doing like these fucking liberal trans people do up in Athens. You're taking the worst fucking extreme and making it look like that's like a legitimate problem you can hang your hat on. That's fucking false. It's fucking not true. No, I'm no fucking prize myself. I know. Here's another fucking problem too. And Stephanie and I talk about this quite regularly. Okay? Nobody fucking wants us anymore. We know that. You know, but that doesn't keep us from wanting what we know we can't get. Now, it doesn't get more fucked up than that. Now, it's nice to talk to a female that's in the same boat that I'm in. Stephanie doesn't want some guy with a pocket pen holder and an ass crack and some cheap jeans that's 19 inches long when he bends over to tie his shoe and gets winded. She still wants to run her hands over the shoulders of a young Chippendale with a muscular biceps and big triceps and a thick, full head of black hair and a big 9-inch cock. Yeah, but she knows she can't get it. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, it's never, it's a constant, it's difference with different people, true colors. I always get was it Angie Mile? Who said this? Was it Toni Morrison? Who made the comment, when someone shows you their true colors, believe it, and that ain't no fucking shit. That is the fucking truth. Yeah, but true colors, here's the thing, Angie. I mean, is it going to be, like, say you want to get married and you want to have kids, and, you're not going to find somebody perfect. And Angie, think of it this way, too. Just think of how much smarter you are now than when you were 18. That's another thing I've noticed, too. So, in a way, I guess I should count my blessings because these older women, like the attractive older women, you're not fucking bullshitting them into blowjobs and shit like you did when they were 20. I mean, you better come up with some fucking something that they want, or you're not, that ain't fucking happening. They've been down this fucking road too many times. They want a boyfriend. They want to go out and have a nice dinner. They want a commitment, but they're not coming over and blowing you a couple times a week for nothing. They're experienced. But back to the point. So Angie, yeah, and Angie, you're like in the worst fucking place in the world if you're still looking for romance. I mean, goddamn, man, and that's almost like Armageddon. You're like in one of those fucking movies where the whole world dies and it's just you. You're in a small town, everybody knows your business, that kind of thing. You know, uh, it's just fucking tough. So to to find out people's true colors, I mean, you're going to find them out pretty long, but here's the difference is what you're willing to put up with. You know what I mean? And this is something too. This is a big, huge fucking thing that I don't know any more about it now than when I first figured it out. The good sex. Yeah, I know. The good sex, that really good shit, the kind you don't even tell your girlfriend or your buddy about. I mean, that shit that knocks fillings out. You masturbate thinking about it 30 times after it happened. That kind of really super good shit. You think it's like, fuck yeah, man. You're fucking 60 years old and it's like the best goddamn sex you ever had in your life. Porn doesn't compare to it. Escorts, threesomes, none of that shit. It's just somehow, some way, it just fucking tripped every goddamn fuse. So either you get that or you get the other shit that you like. They're into the arts. They can play the piano. They're well read. You wouldn't crawl under the fucking table at a black tie event and you took them as your date. They're great at conversation. They don't do anything inappropriate. They're not wiping their face with the fucking tablecloth. They don't think fart jokes are funny. All that other non sexual shit is great. I mean, they got it going on. They watch their weight. They're well liked. They have a lot of friends. And then the sex just fucking sucks. You can tell when you get older, if it's that bad at that age, it's not getting any better. So you're always juggling these balls in the air between, hey, Mr. Welding, something that's worth a fuck in the sack and something that's you want to be around after you blow a big fucking elephant load. This faces every guy, as I'm sure Mr. Walker has experienced in his life. I mean, you can't have it both ways, okay? You can't have it both ways. I mean, I don't know why. I really don't know why. I'm sure there's somebody out there that does, and congratulations to you. But generally, people say, well, I'm not going to settle. The fuck you're not. The hell you're not. Everybody settles. You're just going to, stoke that fucking fire as good as you can. Like me, a typical guy. I think, God, they got any tits? Can they deep throat? Are they witty? Do they put up with my fucking shit? Are they a clean freak? I haven't done my laundry in a month. Is this a big fucking deal? Can they cook? Are they bitching that I'm gone all that? I mean, there's a lot to fucking consider. Which is why I'm sitting on this couch by myself, which I'm fine with. Because it just gets to the point where when the light bulb comes out, you can't have it both ways. You fucking can't. This is why, for some reason it happens to a lot of gay, successful guys around Detroit. I can tell you two of them right now. You can look it up on Google. Rich guy in Grosse Pointe and a neurosurgeon in Detroit. These are two gay guys. Their wherewithal, you can't tell me that they hadn't crossed paths with a lot of attractive young men, but they wanted that wild dick. They wanted that ass pounded into submission. So you know who they both got murdered by? Their fucking handyman. They're big-dicked, black. These were white guys. Handymen. And in both cases, both guys had been in prison, and I bet they fucked them like goddamn secretariat. And then nothing, as a matter of fact, it ended up costing them their lives. Now, you can't tell me a neurosurgeon and a rich, internationally renowned interior decorator couldn't have found sex with someone that wasn't going to fucking murder them. Yeah, they found it, but it wasn't that wild dick. It wasn't that teeth chipping, ball banging, fucking red ass for a week sex, and it ended up costing them their lives. If you look this up on Google, you're going to find out there was an old, interesting case of a guy named Conte, Conte. I think it was James. I may be wrong. He was a very famous psychologist around Birmingham, West Bloomfield, which is an upper middle class area of Detroit. And he liked that fucking wild pussy. He liked prostitutes. And sure enough, and this happens too. And if you look at these crime shows, it happens a lot. These guys get hooked up with these women through strip clubs, escort services, whatever. And they, it's a piece of cake. I'm sure it's like shooting fish in a fucking barrel. You got this old guy, he gets this young pussy. It's crazy, like Tracy Lord's stuff. Just, I think good sex is born, but that's another story. They just ring these motherfuckers' bells, and before you know it, they can't get enough of it. They're taking days off work and fucking sending their wife to Iceland at $1,000 a night for a hotel. They don't give a fuck. Just get rid of her. And they're getting this young, crazy fucking ass. And what happens, and these crime shows, and this Conti example I'm giving you, is their fucking druggy fucking boyfriends kill them. What'll eventually end up happening is, the funnel gets narrower. All of a sudden, these girls start hitting these guys up for more money. If they haven't already hidden cameras and tried to extort them, they're going to start wanting more money. It's like, hey, my fucking car's going to get repossessed. I need $5,000. Then next year it's $20,000. And before you know it, this guy can't afford it anymore. And that's when the heat comes on. And all of a sudden they're in the midst of fucking, and the boyfriend moves in. The boyfriend breaks in the door, and the girl says, who's that? She knows who it is. It's her boyfriend. She told him what time would be a good time to come over and choke this guy out. So this is a point. So don't feel bad, women and men, if you've locked on to some of that great ass and you've done some stupid fucking shit because of it. Look, sex is one of the most important facets of the human mind. You will do crazy shit for it. You will lose your career. You will go to prison for 30 years. You will be in the sex offenders list. You will be in the newspaper from soliciting a prostitute. You will get fired from your good job because you wanted to fuck an uneducated GED grad with big firm 36 double D tits that couldn't barely count to 10. This is how it is. Accept that a part of you. It's just, you got to be true to yourself. Yeah, and it's fucking hard to do because all that really great, good shit, you're always juggling balls in the air. No pun intended. You're trying to find someone that you can go and discuss Mozart or Bach with or classical piano that can suck the fucking hell out of a cock. Good luck. And I can tell you this from experience, it's one or the other. I'm sure just like a fucking scratch off. Uh, yeah, no, that's exactly right. It's just like a scratch off. You can get lucky in life. I mean, I think I did better than I should have, but I believe me, I never had both. It was one or the fucking other. I mean, when you're young and you're meeting someone and the sex is just like fucking insane, you're fighting and you're catching them doing shit and fucking numbers on their phone and fucking emails from other guys, and you're just fucking, just bullshitting your fucking self left and right. Because real deep down in that subconscious, you don't want to let go of that good pussy. Those great blowjobs, just blowjobs at rest stops, on camping trails, fucking you name it. And you just, that the likelihood of finding this again is so fucking low. So fucking low. And here, Mr. Welding will attest to this. What older, experienced guy that's been around the block that knows what he's likes? Who wants to fuck around for goddamn 3 months dating? I mean, if you're into some kinky, wacko fucking shit, sometimes it takes years to bring that shit up. So if you find someone that's into whatever you're into, you know that the likelihood, you don't want to go through all that shit getting there again. And here's another weird thing about it too. You want to meet some real fucking wackos. I mean, who doesn't like good sex, right? You want to meet some real people with like a major fucking screw loose. Just go to a swingers thing sometimes. Swingers thing. It's not what you're thinking. You're thinking it's just a bunch of people like you and they have like this sexual thing they want to get out of their system and it's controlled and you're not meeting them in back alleys and it's safe. You'll never meet a bigger bunch of fucking weirdos in your life than swingers. Why? I can't tell you this. Well, I can kind of tell you this because I think it's people that have an semblance of success. They want their private life. They don't want to stick their neck in the chopping block like this. They don't want any bullshit coming down the pike. So they just keep plucking their overweight wife, beating off to fucking Pornhub at night, and moving on because the risk is too high. The risk is too high. I went to a couple of them. I went to one time on Cherry Street down in Toledo. And here's another fucked up thing too. Somebody that I was really into, I mean, really banging the fucking hell out of. I don't want to take her to a fucking swingers club. There is no way I want to watch her with another guy. I may beat off thinking about it or some shit like that. But to actually do it, nah, fuck that. Now, there are girls, and I did do it, that I took to swingers club. I didn't give a fuck what they did there. It was just like, some crazy ass fucking, you know, you have a good time, you go to a swingers club, you get home and you find out that the fucking bitch has taken 2 checks out of the middle of your checkbook. Shit like that. It's just the fucking way it is. Just the way it is. Yeah. No, you felt empty. No, and you can fall. You can fall in love. I mean, that's who knows what that really is, right? But you can get hooked up with some of these fucking people. I did it. It took me goddamn 38 fucking years to legally divorce my wife. That's fucking nuts. And you say, well, why? Yeah. Why? Yeah, that's the fucking $50,000 question. Why? I can't even fucking tell a Jewish psychiatrist that. It's like, well, why don't you get divorced? Let's see, fucking why? Yeah, damn. You got me on that one. It's like, well, 38 fucking years have went by. Oh, sorry about that. It's like 38 fucking years have went by. Uh, you know, and you're just getting divorced. Like, yeah, just getting divorced. It's like, didn't you say your wife's been living with another guy for 20 years? Yep, yep. Yeah, I did say that. Yeah. And that didn't want you to get fuck. I don't fucking know why. Sometimes the point here is there is shit you'll do sometimes, and you don't know why the fuck you do it. Why it did. I think back now that I got out of that fucking deal. Why did I take so long? I don't know whether it's just this fucking subconscious fucking horse shit. Uh, you may be going to get back. If you ask me, I'd say no. Fuck, I don't know. I mean, there's got to be some really deep psycho fucking shit. Well, I mean, the way I've always worked it, Angie. Uh, I generally took a long time before I like it got anywhere, including my wife. I wasn't really that interested in her, to be honest with you. But you know, we got to be friends, and I'd say I've had about four women in my whole lifetime that I was really good friends with, and I ended up having sex with them. I haven't fucked Stephanie yet, but I plan I ought to be fucking banging her ass real good by the end of August. And honestly, looking back on it, I wasn't really into him that much to begin with, but it fucked up the friendship. And one of them I ended up marrying. And you say, well, why would you marry somebody? I'll tell you why. There was nothing better out there. If you look at my life and as far as like, you know, checking every fucking box, I'd check that fucking box. Most I got up to was about six. Most I got up to was like six. I never got to like eight or nine. It's like, fuck me. You know, I'm fucking 30. It's not like a bunch of good looking women are banging down my fucking door. You know, it's like, the old fucking time was clicking away. Yeah. Yeah. So I just, fucking got married, you know. And she knew. I mean, you know how it's not uncommon for one person to like a person way better than the other person likes them. I got a fucking ultimatum, you know, I fucking didn't want to like lose her, to be honest with you. So I fucking got married. Yeah. And this fucking nonsense, that's why when you go into the self-help section of bookstores, you'll see just thousands of books. Your marriage on the rocks, sex no good, want to have like the greatest. Fuck yeah, man. You better fucking believe it. There's a thousand fucking books trying to get what's fucking impossible. But you don't know that. It's just a book. You're thinking with all these books and this fucking huge section about fucking getting what you want is fucking, that's why it's huge. Because there's a big market for it. The average fucking Joe, the average person just, you're muddling along. Fucking Cupid isn't banging anybody on the fucking head, which is why they make songs and romance fucking movies. I mean, if you made a romance movie out of the average motherfucker, nobody'd watch it because they broke up, they got together, took them 5 years to teach them how to give good fucking head. They got fat, they got stretch marks, they got a C-section, they don't want to work. You think they're fucking the mailman? Who wants to watch a movie about that? Nobody. So you create this false theme where you're going to create this something that you think you'd like good looking, nice, good mother, not a fucking slob, doesn't go to hell after a couple years. It's like, yeah, I want to read a fucking book on that, or I want to, I want to see a fucking movie on that. I mean, it's like fantasy. You know, it's like going to a casino. You live in a fucking dump. You're killing cockroaches. You're behind on your bills. Your fucking muffler's been fucking scratching the ground for 6 months. You got bills you're behind on. You think to yourself, man, my life fucking sucks. And then you think, man, I'll go to the casino. Fuck yeah. You go there. You go, it's air conditioned. You're just there in a fucking fog. Perfect. And you may win some money. Of course, you won't tell anybody how much you lost. Nobody ever does. You just tell people how much you win. And you sit there and you get a drink, and before you know it, you're not thinking about your life. And what in the fuck is that worth? I'll tell you what it's worth. It's worth dumping about $300 in a fucking goddamn slot machine and taking your mind off this shit until you got to go back to that fucking shithole. It's a no-brainer. Just go by any casino anywhere. You know you're getting fucked when you go in there, and you go in there anyway. Look at the parking lots. I don't give a fuck if they're out in the middle of nowhere or they're in a big city. They're always busy. Why? It takes your mind off your everyday, boring, unsatisfied life. Bells, air conditioning. You can go get some chicken strips. Well, I mean, I used to like strip clubs, but I mean, a guy like me, my age, right? I'm dating myself. Uh, a guy my age, I don't like tattoos. I don't like purple hair. I don't like all this metal in the face. And it seems to me like rather than just some girl that got in a fight with her parents that was on the cheerleading team stripping now it's a lot of older women. Ah, fuck, who wants to see that, man? I had one of those. I don't want to see some fucking 40-year-old stripping. I don't give a fuck. I mean, it gets to the point where I'm about ready to throw them a 20 to unscrew the fucking bulbs. They bend over and you see all that cottage cheese ass. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? How much did you say was this beer? Like $11 for a Bud Light fucking 8-ounce cup? Fuck you. Now, take for Athens where I go, University of Georgia. I saw about 100 girls every time I go up there. I don't give a fuck how much you charge for a beer. You can charge me fucking $200 for a beer. I will go there. These women are just, they fucking get right out of bed and just start dancing. No, it's that fucking good. I mean, seriously. But here's the fucking deal. You're not going to get those girls to do that shit. They're not going to do that shit. I don't give a fuck how much you pay them. But here's another thing that I'll tell you too. And I've learned this through all sorts of facets. Here's the fit. Like I tell people all the time, I was talking to a buddy about the other day, and we were talking about how much would you suck a dick for? It's like, god damn, man. All that I'm willing to divulge right now is that I started out at $1 million. Oh, shit, man. So here's the point. That's the first thing that I want to tell you. And the second thing that I'll tell you is who's going to find out about it? That's the $50,000 question. That's the $50,000 question. Who is going to fucking find out about it? Yeah, who's going to find out about it? That's the fucking difference. That's the difference between doing it and not doing it. Let's take for an example, just for argument's sake, okay? Every woman on here right now, if I offered you $10,000 to blow me, and I could convince you, and you really believed, and it'd be true too, that no one would ever find out, I think you'd all blow me for 10K. I know Pug and Stephanie would. I bet even Mark Kropka would. Yes, you would. The fuck you wouldn't. Hell, you wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, this is just human nature. I mean, but this chance that somebody may find out. Oh yeah, that's where the real bucks comes in. You know what I mean? Yeah, it really does. Yeah. Yeah, see, Mark even's calling you bullshit on this. Yeah. No, it's just but the big deal is who finds out about it. When that's why everybody shits bricks when, like these, well, it doesn't happen anymore. She ended up hanging herself, the lady that ran the horror house in Washington, D.C. When these black books, people think of divulging these black books. And what was that website where you could have affairs? The one where I know they nailed a bunch of state troopers in Michigan on that, where you can like meet people that want to fuck around. It was a female name. And once that fucking cat got out of the bag. Now here's an egregious example, one that'll really ring the bell, and that is Epstein. Ashley Madison. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah, they nailed a few state troopers on that. Ashley Madison. Once that fucking shit became public, see, now you're not going to surprise me on any of that shit. I know how the world works. But once Epstein's a perfect example. I'm telling you, this was a thing. You know, there's a point to where there's just too much at stake for too many things to lose. You can't risk the infrastructure of the United States over some pussy, even young pussy, which is illegal, which, by the way, I'm totally against. But for years, you're going down there. You get a bunch of young girls. You're eating king crab legs, fondue. You got live bands. You got this young pussy everywhere. The best of fucking alcohol. And you do this for like 10, 15 years before you start reeling in the people that think it's going to go on forever, like Bill Clinton, Alan Dershowitz, Prince Andrew, Donald Trump, and God knows who. I mean, what straight guy wouldn't want to go on vacations like that? Now, the only caveat to that whole thing, which is really bad, I will never defend this in any way, and that's underage girls. I mean, that's just, no, just can't. Just like I talk about violence at demonstration, no, that's where the line gets drawn. But the government realized that, hey, look, if this list gets out and we find out all these diplomats and powerfully connected political people were down there banging this young pussy for over a 10 or 15-year period, it's going to affect the overall integrity of the confidence citizens have in the United States. Therefore, the CIA went to work. You know, the CIA, nobody picks you off with a 30-06 deer hunting rifle. They run over you with a fucking cement truck, a taxi cab with a stuck accelerator. These motherfuckers are smart. They may even kill you with some poison sushi someplace. This is very subtle. Now, I got an idea when they first went down there. He was in one of the worst places you could be to pull this shit off and not have the cat get out of the bag. He was in a fucking jail, prison, cameras rolling. So, even though it seems fishy, which is what they're usually experts at making sure it's not, they had to just bite the bullet on this fucking shit and go in there and say the cameras weren't working and hang this motherfucker and then leave. Yeah. And anybody knows with regarding civil lawsuits, the state, the governments are responsible for people killing themselves. You're supposed to not have anything you can hang a belt off of, no sheets, no pillowcases you can tie together. These people are known risks for suicide, and you're liable when you give them the tools and equipment they need to pull it off. So the whole fucking thing stinks. And guess what? What was that? 5 years? 5 years now? And the list never really came out. Never really came out. The CIA. The CIA. There was just too much at stake. Yeah, Diddy's in huge trouble. Now, I'm not going to say that racism doesn't exist. I can give you some examples of blacks getting worse sentences and being charged, for that matter, way more than whites. Bill Cosby is an example. Forget about what he did. He's black. Look at what the Kennedys did. Look at what Clinton and some of these people that went to Epstein's Island did. I mean, it just goes on and on. Look what they did to Marion Barry. I mean, the mayor of Atlanta was fucking my old neighbor from Chicago, Marion Brooks. She decided to tell the truth in front of the grand jury. Goddamn right. That had been the end of her TV career. Yeah. Very suspicious. That's exactly right. Diddy is fucked. But here's the difference right here. Big mouth, loud, liberal, aggressive black people are fucked. They just are. Ask Martin Luther King. Ask Diddy. How about big mouth Art Kelly just banging all this young pussy and private jets and everything was great until they decided to shut that fucking trap. With Diddy, they left the old trap open for 15 fucking years. They let him run his mouth and have these freak offs and import this young pussy and get dope and traffic women. That's another fucking thing too. You know, a way to get people now if you really hate him. Now, they did this with RICO, too. Look up RICO. That was to charge people through corruption and take all their fucking shit when everything else failed. Well, they came up with a better one now, sex trafficking. You know what I mean? Sex trafficking is even better because that's basically this is how this goes down too. Any person in the cog of the wheel of sex trafficking, whether you're a guy driving the women around, whether you're the guy that hooked the computers up, they get everybody on these dragnets, okay? So all of a sudden they got a target in mind. The house of cards collapsed and everybody gets charged from A to Z. They get the guy they want, and it's all under the sex trafficking. And they get all the women that were involved in this sex trafficking that they say, hey, look, you're going to get 30 years in fucking prison for being part of this ring unless you decide to testify against Tom Reed. It's like, well, Tom's a good guy, you know. He never did anything wrong. It's like, well, plan on 30 years then. So they give you a week or two to think about it. You get probably a court-appointed attorney, which gets added onto your court fees, by the way. And a couple weeks go by and you're sitting thinking around, motherfucker, 30 years, god damn. You know, I'm 30 now, I'll be fucking 67 till I get out of this shit. Yeah, Tom Reed, he's a real motherfucker. Yeah. And then they get a psychologist. They'll bring in a psychologist to talk to you, and they'll take you. I've fucking seen this happen. I can give you 2 examples where it happened. They bring a psychologist in to talk to one of these working girls. And they sit down, some fucking smart Jew with a PhD. He sits you down. He said, hey, Sally, you know, I know you thought a lot of Tom, and he bought you shit, and he gave you tips, and there was no violence. It was just sex. But, you know, he used you. He trafficked you. He did, and that's illegal. And how does it feel to be used? Kind of like a Jerry Springer show. All those shows, they get people to get them all upset, and then they open the curtains. Same fucking shit. Before you know it, after a couple sessions with this forensic fucking psychologist, she's so goddamn mad at me as using her and manipulating her that she's all set to testify against me. So all of a sudden, yeah, that's exactly it, Roka. So they got fucking 10 of these girls that I banged over the 3 or 4 years, telling, you know, testifying, you know, I did this, did that. And before you know it, I get fucking, you know, 80 goddamn years for being part of a sex trafficking fucking thing, when all it was is an older guy paying women for a service that happened to be illegal. But since it got all changed and manipulated into sex trafficking federal crimes, even the liberalist fucking judge in the world had his hands tied. Sentencing guidelines. If he knew it was all a bunch of shit, the sentencing guidelines didn't give him the autonomy to teach me a lesson, give me 2 years in prison, and I'd be out. That's how they get you. It is. That's exactly right, Roga. That's how they get you. I'll give you another example. Pornography. You can go and you can pay the smartest attorney in the world right now 10 grand to go and find out if pornography is legal to make or not. Good luck. It's vague. Why is it vague? So they can charge whoever they want. They can charge whoever they want. If it's spelled out and it's black and white, you're going to get an attorney and you're not going to do what they say is a crime. But when it's not really spelled out, they can indict you for all sorts of crazy shit. The government's good at it too. You can like rip fucking people off out of all their retirements. 500 people living in the villages in Florida. But that's complicated. It's computers. Another one they get you with, using a computer for a crime. 2 big ones the government at local levels and on federal levels they use to get these people are using a computer for a crime and mail fraud. Why? Sentencing guidelines. They're high. So they come in, they tell your attorney, it's like, look, we're not going to send Tom away for 3,000 fucking years. After all, he's only going to live about another 15 years. But what we will do, if he pleads guilty to 2 counts of mail fraud and 2 counts of using a computer for a crime, he'll only get 5 years in prison. You're fucked. That's it. So what they've done is they've guaranteed a minimum incarceration on this new set of rules that they've created with regard to simple charges. They're going to let you go for all the good shit. That's too much legwork to prove. Hey, Palm Beach, how you doing? It's too much bullshit to prove. Mail fraud and using computer for a crime, they fucking got your ass. Yeah, this is how the world works. It really is. Yeah, that fucking. Speaking of Palm Beach, Florida, Epstein fucking pulled the wool over their eyes for years. They finally got him to plead guilty some bullshit, but Florida's got a lot of egg on their face with regard to what they knew about Epstein and what they did about it. And so does Harvard, by the way. Decades. That's exactly right. And you know who else Harvard hoodwinked like a motherfucker? And they are trying their goddamn ass off to distance themselves with any connection, but it's too late. Harvard. He had Harvard by the fucking nuts. And as it turns out, it was relatively cheap. I think he gave them a couple $1,000,000 for some horseshit fucking scholarship in his name and basically was given a key to the place. And if you read the news, it's pretty clear to see that Harvard, his reputation is definitely went south. Big time. And they got a hot potato of their own. It's free speech or anti-Semitism. Take your pick. Depends on which day it is. I mean, I have a hard time feeling sorry for super liberal college presidents, but that black girl, they set her up. They really did. She was fucked either way. They fucking, just like Ollie North. They tried to fuck Ollie North. And Ollie North said, fuck you. And if you notice now, when they do plea agreements, part of the agreement is spelled out in writing what you're going to say. When they granted Ollie North immunity, he told them he wasn't telling them a fucking thing. And they couldn't charge him. Yeah, it's not like that anymore. So these are all things you learn after you've been around a lot. Kraft, the guy who owns the New England Patriots, getting jacked off in that fucking massage parlor down there in Jupiter. You know about that, don't you, Sonic? Roblox player? You know about that. Remember that? Well, big smart Jew, tons of money, got a law firm. Before you know it, they put the pressure on him. They use all sorts of crazy fucking shit. They filed every fucking motion in the world. I'm telling you, that prosecutor down there knew right away, these motherfuckers are going to wear our ass out, man. We're never going to have a fucking day off. And sure enough, before you know it, the judge ruled in Palm Beach County that the cops had spent too much time listening to conversation unrelated to sex or sex trafficking. And by the way, and Sonic, you should know this too, that police department had the whole omelet on their face, not just a little egg. There was no sex trafficking at all. No matter what kind of bullshit they told the working girls, none of them took the bait. They all said, fuck you. We're over here on our own volition. Yeah, we were selling pussy, sucking cocks, jacking guys off, but we weren't trafficked. No charges. Why? Because there was no sex trafficking. None. But Kraft's lawyers got the judge to rule that they used too much time listening to people that had nothing to do with sex and made the tapes inadmissible, the tapes and the video. Well, once you don't have the video of these blowjobs and you don't have the audio of asking Hemajima lady how much some head's going to cost, well, you have no fucking evidence. None. It's gone. You're fucked. Once that judge said that stuff couldn't be used, the police department had no case. But, so Robert Kraft got his case dismissed. But here's how the world works. All the pipe fitters, truck drivers, strawberry pickers, garbage fucking truck drivers, by this time, they didn't have the money to get a law firm like that. So they all pled guilty. I shouldn't say all. Many of them pled guilty. I think the charges were solicitation of a prostitute or some fucking shit like that. And they have criminal records now for the rest of their life. It is a misdemeanor, but I'm not sure how it works in Florida. Now they got criminal records, which is a fucking pain in the ass. You can't go over to Canada with a criminal record. I don't give a fuck what it's for, even a misdemeanor. There's people that have to sell their hunting properties over there because they're not allowed in there any longer. A fucking criminal record causes problems, even if it's a misdemeanor. Make higher credit rates, insurance rates, all sorts of fucking crazy shit. All these guys that didn't have the wherewithal and the money to fuck with these people got criminal records now, and they did the same goddamn thing Kraft did. This is how the world works. This is how the world works. Hey Roca, is that a photo of Tom Morello, the guitar player? Yeah, on what, Cole? Which part? It's just fucking crazy, man. This is how this shit goes down, man. Yeah, and you just, believe me, there's some fucking times I could have really had it fucking stuck to me, but just by the power of pornography. Oh, I've been talking about it. I've been talking about it for a minute and 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean, you can get caught up in this fucking bullshit. Well, it's a picture. You look like Tom Morello. You know who that is, don't you? The guitar player. Yeah, yeah, nothing wrong with that. I think he's an overrated guitar player, by the way. But he's black. He's a liberal. He's half black, a liberal, and then he went to Harvard too. No, that's exactly right. Crappy content. I agree with you. Yeah, there's nothing moving in the tree line. You're not one of these Bigfoot lunatics, are you? I mean, you may have seen a vulture going home. Oh, this is yeah. You can't beat it here. Hear that whippoorwill? Now, a nice, serene night when I'm having a nice chat with people. This is just so relaxing. And then there are nights when I tell that bird to shut the fuck up. It's getting on my nerves. I'll take a shotgun to him. These whippoorwills will drive you nuts. Oh, I didn't say her name though. Well, it's probably true. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is home. Yeah, it's nice, beautiful night tonight. I've been really loving these damn. Hey, you want to know something? I was going to buy a laptop today off Amazon, and the motherfucker went up $1,000 overnight. It's like, fuck you, I'm not buying it now. My laptop crapped out. I really rolled the dice tonight, and I took it to an Indian that works at a local gas station. He said he can fix it. I'm sure all my credit card information is in fucking Bombay right now buying goddamn fucking tikka chicken for a fucking 3 generations of families. Good night, Sunnyside. Oh, yeah, it's really nice here. Thank you. Listen to the whippoorwills. Yeah. Yeah, well, I deserve it. I deserve it. Fucking, I do. Tandoori chicken for fucking 900 people. That motherfucker knows how to get that off there. He just got his master's degree in fucking IT. He probably fucking makes card readers in his fucking bathroom. Those things they stick on the fucking gas pumps and copies people's shit. If you do that shit 50 miles down the street here, you're getting caught, but you get a hold of my number and the security code and all that fucking shit, and you're in goddamn Bombay. Fuck, what are they gonna do? Yeah, 7-Eleven, absolutely right. Super 8. Yeah, that's it. Super 8 or Super 8 hotel. Goddamn right. Yeah, I mean, you're fucked when they get a hold of your shit. Sure do. I'm surprised my stuff. That's a fucking nightmare. There's these guys too that drive around parking lots in these unsecured uh, internet places, getting your fucking shit. I know a guy it happened to. They sit out there in the parking lot. So, a non-secured site. I mean, if there was ever a time to have like your own like secure browser that you pay for, it's worth it, man, because you'll spend the rest of your life trying to straighten that shit out. Hey, Robbie. Yeah, you really will. You fucking ain't right, man. Yeah, as I said earlier, I fully expect YouTube to fucking can my ass one of these fucking days. I'm exactly what they don't want. They really am. I mean, I'll never get videos promoted again or anything. Fucked up there, the chosen one. I'll tell you exactly what happened. So I'm fucking around. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that either, Mega. I don't like that. No, I'm not. He's got a lot of good qualities too. Yeah, I'm a little upset about that. I got to look into that more. The veterans. I agree with you. A secured browser, nobody can go in and like get your shit. They can go in and see, get your IP address, and one thing leads to another. It's an FTP, like secured separate service you join, secured surfing. It's worth every goddamn dime. And you won't think so until you get it rammed up your ass sometime, Ron. Ron. What was I talking about now? Oh, the chosen one. So anyway, yeah, I'm fucking around. You know, I like taking photos of like abandoned buildings and shit like that. I'm fucking around Detroit and doing that. And I run into prostitutes. Well, this is before then, actually. So I didn't have a Gmail, didn't want one. I had AOL, dating myself. Yeah, SSL layers to secure. That's what it is. You're right. Yep. So and then all of a sudden YouTube gets bought by the Google guys, and they want you to have a Gmail account. So I get a fucking Gmail thing, and then they want you to have a channel name. Well, I didn't know, and even like I didn't think anybody'd ever watch my goddamn channel. I didn't give a fuck. I still don't. I mean, it's great that you guys are here and we're talking, but you know, I'm just a guy fucking around. So I just got done watching a documentary on LeBron James. You know, chosen one. That's what he calls himself, but he spells it O-N-E. It's fucking stupid. Pretty sure he spells it O-N-E. I might be wrong on that. But anyway, you know how you type in the first few letters and it fills it in? That's what it filled in for me. Chosen one. It's like, yeah, what the fuck? Chosen one. Who cares? I mean, it could have been Rice Krispies. I would have went with it. I didn't give a fuck. I just happened to think CHO and it fills in the shit. And I said, yeah, I'll make that my channel name. Yeah, I'll do that. So that's what I did. And fuck, you know, I mean, forever, nobody watched my goddamn channel. I mean, I never expected anybody. I never promoted. I still don't. I don't tag anything. None of that fucking shit. If you look at my videos, I don't fill anything in the box. I just upload videos. If fucking somebody sees them, great. If they don't, that's okay too. They think I'm a big asshole. They don't need to watch them. Believe me, I got my share of enemies. So that's how it happened. The chosen one thing. Yeah, that's what happened. Big mistake. Yeah, I could change the name, but at this point, and I'll tell you, it's a problem because somebody will say, "Well, what's your channel name?" It's like chosen one. If I spell it to them, it's like, look, remember this. It's chosen one, like you won a game. It has nothing to do with religion. WON. They'll still, because of brainwashing, they'll still spell it ONE. They just do. Happens like that. ONE. It's a fucking pain in the ass name. I wish I'd have never used it. Yeah, I should have never fucking done it. I wish I would have just. If I had it do all over, I would have named it like ABC or some fucking shit. I didn't care. Something easy. It's too goddamn long. It's too hard to spell. It has no significance, no meaning at all. Zero. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Jeff, block those motherfuckers. Yeah, it doesn't mean jack fucking dick. But YouTube is more and more narrowing the funnel and turning everything into Disney. No dirty words, no sex talk. If Prozac helped me, I can't tell you it helped me. That they don't want you talking about that. They fucked me a lot of different ways. They struck me here not too long ago for putting up a video about how to get a mouse out of a sticky trap safely. I got a strike, not a warning. And when I appealed it, which supposedly a live person looks at, I lost that too. There's been a bunch of shit they fucked with me about. So I expect in the near future to be kicked off YouTube. Hey, Jeff. Which, if it happens, fuck, I don't really give a fuck. I'm not kissing their goddamn ass. You know what I mean? Now, what I've done for quite a while is not monetize my videos. But as you know, if you've kept up with YouTube, there are ads on channels that don't even qualify for monetizing. In other words, everything's got ads on it now, which there's nothing I can do about that. In the old days, that's how you could tell if somebody was monetized or not. You clicked on their fucking thing, and if no ads came up, they weren't monetized. Not like that anymore. So even though I'm not like these lives, oh fuck, even those ones in Athens, which they support that kind of stuff, which is fine, great, good. It's up to you. It's your social media platform, whatever you want to do, it's your fucking business. But you heard all the copyrighted music and all that shit. So I don't really worry about it anymore because I'm not monetizing. And really, it kind of takes a lot of the heat off. So the funnel is slowly getting narrower. And in the old days, you were covered by just not monetizing. And now, since I don't monetize anything, they'll never recommend me anymore. So my subscriber list will probably dwindle to nothing, which I'm fine with. It was fun while it lasted. Somehow I managed to keep around 185,000. How that happens is a mystery because every day I turn the goddamn thing on, I've lost 50 subscribers or 100. Fuck, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, so if I get kicked off, I get kicked off, but I'm going to go out swinging. And I'm very thankful to YouTube. I've met some great people. I've had some good accounts. I mean, nothing lasts forever. I mean, why should a YouTube account be any different? You know what I mean? Hey, Post, how are you? Yeah, so fuck them, man. That's what I say. Fuck the motherfuckers. And it's going to be like, it's already like they were fucking with me pretty heavy a couple months ago for copyright-free music that I paid for. It's like, what are you fucking talking about? I paid for this, you stupid motherfuckers. It's copyright-free music. And rather than just accept that, you see, in the old days, they'd verify that it was copyrighted music, then they'd fuck with you. Not anymore. Now, I got to prove that it isn't, which is filling out a whole bunch of shit. Now, lately, I haven't been getting that like I was, which is why I think I'm just going to fucking punch the keyboards on my damn new piano and just make like, like white noise. And I don't know what they'll find a way. So now I already, since I'm not monetized and they're not promoting me in any way, that I should be clear. I'm not, but I'm not. They'll come up with some new way, like they're going to tell me that, I use too many dirty words or some fucking shit. I mean, I already check off, you got to be 18 or older. Yeah, I remember that Napster. Remember that Sean guy that was big in that? He was a consultant for YouTube. Yeah, I had a fucking like 2,000 songs from them. Although I don't have a problem with artists being paid for their work, but at the time it was pretty cool. So who knows what's going to happen? I've tried some other, they're good. The guy said I'm ahead of schedule. I'm going to practice tonight, actually. I'm still at the point where if a fucking cat ran across the fucking keys, it sounds way better than anything that I'm doing. But, when you take legitimate piano lessons, you learn to read music at the same time you learn to play it, which for somebody my age is like, why? Well, good question. But it's not easy. And you're very slow at doing it, at least I am. And I don't think I have any aptitude for musical instruments. I don't think I have any like natural, other than I want to learn how to do it, but I'm not worth a fuck at it. I mean, it sounds like you could take a fucking chimpanzee and put fucking peanut butter on certain keys and have him lick the keys, and it sounds so much better than anything I do. I mean, I laugh while I'm playing. It's so fucking bad. And like some of my fingers, I can't my index finger and my middle finger, I think that's fine. But when I'm trying to, your ring finger, man, that's just like so fucking weak. I just never played a piano. Like, they tell me to don't worry about that shit. Just use your index finger for all of them. Right now, it's about geography, knowing where keys are. We'll get to the fucking how to hold your fingers and all that shit later. But I just get sick of being like a 69-year-old man sitting there fucking up do, re, mi, and chopsticks, like slaughtering it. And I just want to be better than that. So I start like holding my piano like a true gay person, where I put them down really soft, like Barry Manilow or fucking Liberace. I think, oh, you look super fucking gay. Oh, fuck yeah. Stephanie said that to me. She really hurt my feelings. We were just about ready to have some phone sex. I had my pants down. And she said, you look super gay when you play the piano. And it really hurt my feelings. Yeah. I said, Stephanie, I'm going to take away your moderation. You bitch. You get your feelings hurt and then you get mad. I got angry. Yeah, I pulled up my fucking pants and hung the phone up. Yeah. Oh, fourth grade. Yeah, I think you should try learning again. I think you should. I think you should try learning again. Yeah. Yeah, I got nasty with Stephanie. I was saying things to her like her. No wonder you haven't been fucked in 15 years. And then she hung up. I got mad because she hurt my feelings. Yeah, you know how when you're first starting dating, you never say some fucking shit like that to anybody. In those first couple dates, man, it doesn't even seem like you. You go into the bathroom and you wash your hands. I look in the mirror and I think, you fucking fraud. Will you fucking cut this bullshit out? But why would you do that? Why would you take the things that you're least proud of on a fucking date and you know you're fucking screwed. That's why. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. I'm putting my best foot forward. They have no idea I have a fucking bad temper. They don't know that I'm addicted to porn. They don't know how hard it'll be for me to quit jacking off. I'm not telling them any of that. I sit there and I'm polite and I open the door and all that fucking shit, and I pay for the goddamn bill. That's one bitch I got with you women right now. For all this, as far as you've come with women's lib and equal rights, why don't you fucking start offering to pay for half the bill more? That's one thing that's a big deal. They say things are little things. They're not little things. If I go out on a date and I'm doing all this fucking shit as a straight male, and you believe in women, all this fucking bullshit, I'm willing to put up with some of it, some of the time. But when that fucking bill comes and you don't say anything, if you're so fucking stupid that you don't even have enough courtesy to say, well, let me get half. I'll never let you pay, but you don't know that because we really don't know each other yet. If you just let that fucking bill come and don't say anything, I'm fucking done with your ass right then and there. Yeah. Yeah, I'll fucking can your guy. I will not ask you out because I think you're fucking ignorant as fuck. And if we're watching a goddamn movie, some stupid ass goddamn shit, and you're lost, and it's like 10 minutes into the movie, I'm thinking, what a fucking dumb bitch. If you're asking me some stupid ass fucking questions to explain this to you, we're done. I mean, it's just all things. That's why, at this stage of the game, with my experience, my age, my hormones, the way you look, what you have to offer, that's why I'm fucking watching birds and shit. Goodbye, Gary, you loser. Get out of here, Jonathan. Get out of here, you fucking weirdo. Yeah, that's why this all makes sense. Now, there are examples. God, I can tell you I'm not one of them, but people like Jeff, Virginia Woolf, just a love of his life. They're every day is a honeymoon. They've been married, I think, 20 years or something like that. Jeff's not getting caught banging off, beating his meat to fucking Pornhub. He doesn't need to. Good. I mean, that just wasn't in the cards for me. It's like being good at sports or any other fucking thing. Some guys just happen to be born and these things work out for them. Then there are other guys like me that they don't. Good job, Jeff. Great job. Great job. So this is life. It's a learning experience. I'm willing. I'm along for the ride. I learn things every day. I learned today not to tell. I don't know what this guy was. Transvestite? No, not really. I don't really get it. But whatever he was, it wasn't straight white male. And he was offended that I voted for Donald Trump. Fuck him. Yeah, that's my apology to him. Fuck you. And I gave him the name of my channel. I hope he's listening right now. I hope he is. And if you are listening, you better not be rude to me when I come in there next time because of who I voted for. I'm going to tell your fucking boss. And I will never shop in that goddamn place again if they let fucking people like you get away with that horse shit. Now, you weren't really rude today, but you weren't really friendly. So I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Next time I go in there, you better treat me like a regular customer, or I'm going to call your ass out on it. You hear me? Yeah. So this is the perils of life, So Donald Trump got elected. It isn't because 5 people liked him. They got tired of this fucking horse shit. Yeah, he's fucking crazy. There is something to this veterans thing that I don't know a lot about. I'm going to need to read more about it. He does crazy shit. He's pardoned some people I don't like. I don't think he should have done it. I don't like fucking Kennedy. He's a fucking moron. You know, I mean, believe me, man, I don't like him as much as I did when I voted for him, but I'm still fucking light years away from voting any fucking current goddamn liberal. It ain't fucking happening. I mean, there need to be something wrong with you if you think that fucking Donald Trump does everything right. But I say deport these motherfuckers, get lost, build up a big military, kick these motherfuckers out of here. And oh, thank you, Jeannie. Yeah, well then you're still on my dating list in case you're worried about it. Yeah, nobody's gonna pay half when they're with me. You know what I mean? But to at least fucking offer. If you don't have that bare bones part of dating etiquette, you know what I mean? What in the fuck is wrong with you? Women's like the builder, they just fucking sit there. I just want to co-cock their fucking ass in their fucking wrinkly face. See, this is an example though. When you get your feelings hurt or something pisses you off, you go from a nice night. We talked about classical music, and I shut the fuck up about my porn addiction. When you came over, I had all my fucking porn, home porn, all my blowjob videos hidden under the bed. Yeah, why would I have that shit on? I'm not fucking stupid. I mean, it's the last thing. It's like, it just doesn't, it should work this way, but it doesn't. Like Jeannie. I should be able to say, Jeannie, hey, come on over. Hey, Jeannie, hi, let me show you my bedroom. It's like, here's a stack of blowjob videos that I've got over the years that I've made with different escorts and girlfriends. I just thought you might want to wonder what's on those. Yeah, and here's the big 2 rolls of fucking extra toilet paper on my bedstand. Oh, yeah, you ain't fucking been there yet, Jeff. Yeah, the Spark, what's fucking Spark? I need a goddamn fucking microscope. Spark, there is none. That's the fucking problem. These old fucking broads, you'll be there. You just happen to be in love, and congratulations to you. I mean, the mental love. You know what I mean? I bet your wife could gain like 200 pounds and you'd feel the same way about her as when she was skinny. You know, just that kind of love, which I think is, I've had that happen, that kind of mental wherewithal twice in my life. Once when I was about 21, and believe it or not, one time when I was in West Branch, except she was married. Yeah. So it happened, and I really think that if I had the right relationship, it wouldn't matter what they look like. Pray for me. Yeah. And when you see me holding hands with just some 450-pound, the world's biggest loser runner-up, yeah, just fucking smile and nod. I know where you're coming from. Yeah, I'll be like if somebody really won their way to my heart, I think they could get me to throw away my huge porn collection. Yeah, dating can be fun. Yeah, I mean, it's not as fun as it was when you were young, though, and you wanted to fuck them. I mean, it's that plain and simple. You're attractive. And I found when girls were young, you know, they got lots of estrogen. Everything's brand new. There's not a thing wrong with them. I mean, they're fucking around looking at their jeans through all different light angles, ironing the fuck out of them. You know, there's no fucking mustache. You know, there's no big giant fucking bunion. You know, there's not a piece of last night's fucking spinach souffle stuck on their lip. I mean, they've got 15 different kind of fucking mirrors. Those circle ones that just scare the bejesus out of older women when they look in them. They're looking into that motherfucker. They're looking in it sideways, upside down, turning it on bright. They don't want one fucking thing out of place when you're picking their ass up. Now fast forward 30 years. Yeah, fast forward 30 years. No makeup, a mustache. Yeah, it's just so fucking different. Yeah, and if you bring it up, it's like, hon, you know, you've been really not wearing like fucking. You don't wear makeup or lipstick anymore. She points to your gut. You know, that extra 25 fucking pounds that you wish you didn't have. It's like, what are you pointing at? It's like, well, you're not exactly in the best shape either. But I'll tell you, you women have a huge advantage with this makeup. Boy, when I see these women that are really trying to get laid in their later years, I don't know what it costs, but when they invest some money into that foundation, it's worth every goddamn dime. I mean, it's just, you wouldn't even, you know, like when they go bare, a real attractive older woman, she'll never let you see her bare. I mean, that fucking bitch is putting goddamn makeup on at 4 in the morning to go to the bathroom. She thinks she's going to cross paths with you in the hallway. I don't want one of these earthy, hairy-legged, fucking half-lesbian, militant, flag-waving, Greenpeace, tofu-eating bitches. Yeah, the radar is constantly on. That any fucking sexual thing you want is exploitation, or it's degrading. Anything out of the missionary style without, fucking 19 weeks of foreplay, it's degrading. Yeah, fuck them too. G7 this week. Well, what is G7? I don't even fucking know. What is that? Does anybody know what G7 is? Yeah, fuck yeah. God damn, man. Yeah, fuck, I don't know, man. I just, yeah, people say that I'm really super fucking shallow. And no wonder that I'm just an older man drinking dragon's milk, jacking off to porn. Yeah, a good point. I can't argue with it. And I agree with you. Now, am I the happiest motherfucker in the world? No. But I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I just don't like, I know women, when I was in Ann Arbor, places like that, they're not going to shave their legs. I forgot the reason that they used. Was something about, there's women out there that actually think that, they're jumping through hoops and they're kowtowing to like chauvinism. Yeah, I just keep on walking. Oh, okay, good. Oh, good. Yeah, it's great. Oh, good. I didn't realize it was this week. Yeah, that's good. So, this is how it is, man. But today's point in this live that I had, and that is that just be upfront with everybody and tell them. And today was a perfect example where I was upfront and they didn't like it and they don't want to talk to me anymore. But that's good. And the same goes with the old bags that think that I'm just a lonely old man in Georgia. They think it's easy pickings. And some of the young ones that I think had ideas of like scamming me or wanting dick pics or some shit like that to set me up, you can fucking forget it. You could offer me $25 million to send a dick pic and I wouldn't do it. I'm not fucking stupid. And honestly, even the ones that have tried to set me up, these stalkers over the years, I mean, they didn't even send a picture that I gave a fuck about. Yeah, no way. Just a bunch of fucking beasts. Yeah, they say it. It's a complicated, difficult road. And sometimes your shelf life is gonna expire, and that's gonna be the way that it's gonna be. Nothing you can do about it. Well, you guys, I got a couple New York Times that I gotta finish. There's a monster of a paper. God damn it, I forgot. I was in Athens today, and I didn't even look for the Sunday one, which is a great paper. I mean, they're liberals too, but there's a lot of good articles in there. I don't like it all, but I like a lot of it. And I want to check up about the airplane crash. I'm no fucking jet pilot, but I can tell you this. It's going to be interesting to see what they say. If you look on any YouTube video, the gear was down, the flaps were up. And at that altitude, yeah, shouldn't look like that. Why? That's the $50,000 question. I don't believe that a co-pilot actually put the flaps up by mistake. Bullshit. Yeah. I mean, even if that's not your job, you're half-assed looking around. And that's something unexperienced pilots do when they transition into a complex aircraft. Retractable gear, constant speed prop, that kind of thing. Maybe. But even then, I mean, it looks so different, man. It's not like you got two little hard to see switches right next to each other. Oh, wow, I hope I hit the fucking flaps instead of the gear. Not like that. It'll look at all alike. They're not anywhere near in the same position. And by the time you're in the front cockpit of an airliner, you're not fucking up like that. Yeah. So I hope you guys have a good day tomorrow. You party on, you rock on. And appreciate you coming on. Thank you. It's a good time. Never expected this many people show up for... No, I'm going to read it, though. I'm going to read it. Yeah, thank you, Jeannie. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna read. I got a lot of fucking reading. I'm kind of fucking around lately. I'm gonna go ahead and play my Do Re Mi right now. Tic Tac Toe. Or some other fucking stupid childish song that I slaughter. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Jamie. Have a good night. Appreciate it. I want you to, in your off time now, I made you a moderator, so I want you to go and get rid of these motherfuckers in your spare time. You can go on there and delete their comments, block their ass for good. None of this timing out bullshit. Yeah, playing the piano, yeah. Well, Steinway's got a self-player now that is just fucking fantastic. You can get a Steinway grand piano that plays itself. It's just like fucking A, man. It's like fucking 220 grand or some shit. I think to myself, God, the amount of blowjobs that would buy. Fuck a playing piano. I mean, if I had like crazy money, I would fucking buy one. Yeah. Stick it in their ass, Jamie. Good night, Jeff. Jeannie. All you stalking motherfuckers out there that don't have enough balls to come on. It's because we'll blitz your ass right off the fucking screen if you say something we don't like. Stephanie, you have a good night. Have a good day tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to learn some fucking chords. I learned B flat Thursday, where B flat is. All you got to know is A, B, C, D, F, G. Yeah. They know how to trick my old ass. All right, good night, Jeff. Mark Kropka, you're still out there, the singing Pollock. Chris and Debbie, you stalking fucking weirdos. I hope Trump deports both your useless fucking asses. I pray every night, even though I say I'm not religious, that you fuckers are actually Mexicans that shouldn't be here, because I will report your goddamn ass tomorrow morning. So have a good night, everybody. Rock on. Go Trump. Make America great again. Good night.